What's happening?
What's up, Jay?
We finally reconnected.
Yes, finally.
How are you doing?
I am great. I am great. I literally was wondering when we were going to get around to this because I was like, we need to make this happen.
I was waiting on you.
But we live. We here now.
We here now. How
Wow.
are your people doing during this crazy year that we call 2020?
Man, it's crazy because I just left Charlotte not long ago. Because I hadn't gotten around to see my family in a while, just
Mm,
because travel, and then I have little sisters and stuff like that. So I was just like, man, what makes sense right now? Like, do I need to stay here? But I actually just got to see my mom, my dad, my family. And listen, we pushing through. We're persevering during this time the best way that we can. But we good.
that's good. And yes, we have to keep on pushing. We have to keep on persevering. But you've been working. You've been doing your thing. I mean, you dropped Pass It, which got a lot of love on the different DSPs. I'm here in Atlanta, so I've been hearing the mixers play it in their sets in the
Yo,
club, on different radio stations. They showing you a lot of love out here. Then at your listening event, I heard some of the songs that you got on deck. So I'm looking forward to when you drop those. But obviously, 2020 has been a crazy year. What was your plan going into the year before everything kind of got crazy?
literally, I wanted to be on tour. I
Man,
was I was I was in rehearsal for weeks. Um, my thing was I was like, man, I just want to like with the drop with the release of Pass It, and then of course with what you heard, I was like, man, by that time I should be doing something. Coming to
right,
a
right,
stage
right.
near you, coming to a stage near you, live, MKXYZ. But
Yes,
with the change of plans, it really hasn't like I'm someone who believes that like it's divine timing, right? So for me, it's just
definitely.
been like when the time comes, it's going to be my time. But being able to release music and still connect with people and still, because lately I've been doing so many live shows, virtual. I'm virtually touring, so I still
Virtual
get
tour.
I still get to feel that. I still get to be in the moment. And of course, you got to witness like everything and kind of how it's moving. But
Yeah,
it's been really day by day because at in the beginning of quarantine it was day by day. Now it's been more like, okay, now I get an idea of how things are coming together. Now we can look at, okay, we can actually do this project and do this choreography and do this show and whatever, because it's a better outlook for sure.
yeah, yeah. No, absolutely. It's been an adjustment period for all of us. So you're
Yes,
definitely doing you're doing all the right things.
I'm trying. I'm trying.
Well, listen, you're doing something because there's still people that are waiting around for this to be over or for things to quote unquote open up. And it's just like we don't know when that's gonna happen. So you
You
just gotta
don't.
figure
You
some stuff
don't.
out. So
Right.
you've
And
been
I and
doing
this
that.
and the whole like I just it's crazy because I literally have a show on Thursday, and I just did a show for BET the day
Oh,
before
nice.
yesterday, or
Yeah.
one of these days. I'm losing track because I'm doing so many, but I feel like it was yesterday or the day before I did a show for BET. And honestly, like at first I was like, how is this going to be? Like how is this
Right.
experience going to really shape me as someone who's really big on like being in your face and having that energy and whatever. But honestly, it's just been cool because you get like when you really dive in and start to curate a show, like you can take that and even from this experience, you can really like bring fans in and share those moments.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you're definitely preparing yourself and setting yourself up for when things actually do open up. You are going to be one of the artists who are ahead of the curve and ahead of the game and used to this new normal, whatever the new normal looks like. But I kind of want to go back to the beginning and ask how you got exposed to doing music. Like, what got you into the profession that you are in now?
The profession.
The
Okay.
profession, yes.
So yeah, so I literally grew up singing and dancing. It was not something, and I always, make a point to say this because I never took classes for it. Like I never was
Mm,
like, "Hey mom, I
damn.
want to learn how to sing and dance."
Right.
So what's good? It was just like I literally had that gift. It was literally God's gift. And my mom was a dancer. My mom did point ballet for 17 years. So she was a really strong dancer. She was knowledgeable in dance. And so there was an influence there. And then also my biological dad, he also was a B-boy. He was a break dancer. And he was
Mm,
really, he was
okay.
this, he's this Asian guy that was super into hip hop. So
Yeah.
like, interesting, boom, flam, bam, out pops me, and I picked up the gifts, and I also was singing. So like literally I have a video on YouTube when I was like 3 or 4 years old, just rapping, freestyling as a small little nugget. And like now it's just, it literally was like years of not even thinking that, oh, I am in my own artist development. Like
Mm,
I've been in this, this is second nature to me. I've been doing this my whole life. So by the
right.
time I got to this space, it was just like, you know, oh, you already kind of know what the discipline looks like, and you kind of
Mm,
know how to shift gears. But yeah, so my mom and dad were dancers. I've been singing and dancing like since 3, 4. But literally, as I got older, I was putting videos out on YouTube. My
mm,
mom started like shooting videos of me when I was on YouTube, and we were just putting out content. So that was my first time creating content as a young kid and putting it out, and then I got off of it. And then
yeah.
around high school, I ended up getting on Instagram. And at the time, I was doing a couple talent shows, a couple open mics, but by the time I got to the end of high school, I got on Instagram, started putting out content with the end of high school, yeah, and then going into college because I'm like trying to squeeze the period in. But going into college, literally sophomore year hit, I was like, I completely had left it behind. Like music
Hmm.
was not even in my, I wasn't even thinking about it. I had done it so much that to me it was almost like this is my passion, but I'm not
Hmm.
intending to, I'm not like my whole life I didn't say I'm going to be a singer, I'm going to be
Mm,
an entertainer. It was just like
right.
this is what I do.
Right.
But went to college for biology and chemistry.
Wow.
Went to college, biology and chemistry. And then by my sophomore year, put a video out, Smokey Robinson cruise. And literally it just like got like all these videos that I were already singing and putting out were going viral. But that one caught Tricky Stewart's attention.
Mm,
So then he DM'd me and he was just like, yo, let's come to Atlanta. Let's vibe out. Let's make some music.
wow.
I just wanna feel your energy. I wanna see like what are you about? What are you about? And then I went to Atlanta and everybody was like blown away. And it was like, yo, she's something else. And in my mind, I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm just out here being a student on my spring break. Because it was spring break for me during college. And I was like, this is
Right. Right.
perfect time. What better way to spend my spring break than with you? You a legend. So
Yes.
then we, from there, he ended up getting me signed to Epic. And so now, boom, boom.
Boom. Boom. That is an amazing story. Have you ever thought about going back to school?
um, right now, no. But
Okay.
I definitely want to find a way to, whether it be speaking at engagements or some type of funding or nonprofit, whatever the case may be, finding ways to integrate what my interests were um, into, me having a platform and me growing as an artist and the things that I care about as far as science. And because like when I was going to school, I had plans to go to it was ECU. So I went to
Hmm.
UNCG and I wanted to go to ECU, and they have a program, and they offer these specific scholarships for women of color where you can get your medical degree and your doctorates at the same time. So you can get a PhD and an MD.
Wow.
It's a dual track. And then I
Yeah.
wanted to do research. So I wanted to do same-sex reproduction research because it's
Mm,
it's just always been, I've been always curious about it because for years there was never anyone like ethically and morally, a lot of people have questioned it, but I was just always curious about it, like all the different
sure. Sure.
ways to expand. Um, so yeah,
Wow. Amazing. Amazing.
crazy.
So well, I mean, I will say this: you've come down to Atlanta and you've made your presence felt very quickly. Because again, you're getting a lot of love down here. A lot of major DJs have been supporting you and speak very highly of you. And you know, it's not just a testimony to your music, but it's a testimony to your personality. Because like when I first met you, you are a very charismatic, outgoing, and just nice person to talk to. So yes, so keep doing that. Don't change, no
Thank
matter
you.
how big you get. Don't
Thank
change.
you. You can't.
Uh, let's talk about your most recent song that you put out, "Pass It," with G-Eazy, doing numbers and stuff like that. Like I said, a lot of the DJs are showing it love. How did the song come together in the first place?
So it was my 21st birthday. It was my 21st birthday, and I happened to be going to Vegas. This was
Wow.
a
Okay.
team
Okay.
effort.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
This was a team effort. I promise you, I was not doing anything ungodly while I was in Vegas, but making hits.
Mm-hmm.
Just making hits, Jay. Just making hits.
Just
But
make it. It's all good. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. But go ahead.
days. So no, but literally, I had been working with Hitmaker and Krishan, PC and Cardiac, and literally it was like we were there for several, like quite a few days, not too long, and we were at Palms.
Yes.
Um, so which is really really dope studio, and
Mm-hmm.
literally by the time it got to my birthday, because we had got there a few days before, but by the time my birthday's on the 15th of May, so by the time it got to my birthday, they played me a song, they played me a beat, and I was just like, man, I was like, I need West Coast energy, like I want to feel that vibe. I really just want that birthday gift
Mm.
before we go to dinner, and then we have fun, we do that. But literally, I was just like, I need that one that says, you was in Vegas, MK, and it had to be a vibe where I could dance to it, where I could just have fun, be playful. But I also wanted it to be an introduction to me too. Like I didn't
Mm.
want it to just be like, oh, whatever, whatever. But I wanted it to be almost like a playful introduction to who I am. So of course G-Eazy was perfect for it, and
Yep.
he and I linked up. We met. I was introduced to G-Eazy through Hitmaker, but
Okay.
we met in Atlanta, and he hopped on, and it was just like, man, like pass it.
Yeah. Great chemistry right there. So
Yeah,
when
he's cool.
we get the other songs that you played for us, because you got some heat on the way, and I know most of the people in the live may probably haven't heard it, but I have. So when are
Yeah,
you
you
dropping that?
witnessed. You witnessed definitely. So I have, so the little baby track that you heard
Yes.
will be next up for sure. And
Okay.
then my EP Sweet Spot, hopefully, hopefully by the top of the year,
Top
if
of the
not
year.
by the end of the year, top of the year.
Okay.
But the thing is, like I said, with everything going on as far as quarantine, there's been a lot of shifting around.
Mhm.
So we just want to, make sure that, okay, this makes sense here, but definitely that was next up. And I know a lot of everybody was like, oh my gosh, like, oh, you got to drop that right now at the
Yeah.
uh at
Yeah.
the event. And I was just like, I
Yeah.
gotta hold up, I'm gonna give it to you, I'm gonna give
there,
it
there,
to you.
there are things that go into dropping a song. It ain't just like dropping it. You gotta plan it all
Yes.
out. No, I get it. I get it. But we're greedy, so we want the new stuff. We want the hot stuff, and you teased us with it. So we want to be able to play it. That's all.
I'm about to bless y'all though.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
about to bless y'all very soon.
Appreciate that. So what do you like doing outside of music?
Whew, the list goes on. I actually, since quarantine, that list has expanded.
Oh wow.
So
Okay.
because the thing is, before it was like I was literally mostly in rehearsal. So for me, it was a lot of meetings, rehearsal, and that just consisted of most of my time. So by the time I got home, I was tired. But I really have, I've got into cooking on another level.
Oh.
That's like I got into cooking on a chef XYZ here. Okay, I'm on another level with it.
What's your
Painting has
best
been another
meal?
thing too. My best meal. So today is a new one. I
Okay.
tried a Jamaican jerk vegan pasta.
Oh wow. Okay.
So I had that splat on it.
Hmm.
I tried that, but so far I've been getting into more of Filipino dishes too, and trying to make them vegan,
Okay.
because for me, like of course being half Filipino, I'm like I got it's mostly like pork and chicken and all that. And I'm like, listen, I'm trying to come out of 2020 or 2021 or 2022 looking mighty fine. So so but it's been a lot of experimentation, definitely painting, creating music, meditating, that right there. I know that's been a popular one for everybody because like
You got to though.
you gotta elevate, you gotta grow, you gotta
Yeah,
be, this uncomfortable period has been essential to change and evolution. So it's super, like it's been a lot of different things, but just finding ways to balance all the energies that have been coming at me and that have been, like I said, the world has had the spiritual warfare going on. So just finding ways to really just balance
yeah.
and be productive at the same time.
That actually leads me to my last question. What is something that this year has really taught you either about yourself or just about life in general?
I would say, mm, to pick one, um, I would say more than anything, remaining, because I'm already a consciously aware person.
Sure.
Like I always strive to make sure that I'm always aware of everything that's going on, um, and not just what it is, but actually like reading about it, learning about it, talking about it, writing, journaling. So I think it would be the emotional intelligence that has been with it, because that's something that I pray for. That's something that I
Mm,
really put out in the universe. Like I just want to be able to um, continue to be wise, continue to um, like grow and elevate. And that's been one of the things that I've really been soaking in, just reflecting, and then elevating.
element. It's beautiful right there. Well, listen, I really appreciate your time. I'm glad we finally got to do this. I'm rooting for you. Much success to you. Can't wait for the EP. Can't wait for the next songs to drop.
Absolutely.
And just thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
All right. We'll stay in contact. Be safe out there.
For sure, I got you.
All right. Take care.